What's going on, man?
Hey man, where are you going?
Can you take me to New York City? I want to check out the sights, check out Times Square.
Alright, New York City, let's do it.
Oh snap, is that the VAVA dual dash cam? That's recording front and inside the cabin, right? Well, how's the quality?
Yo, definitely dude, I'm going to show you the quality. Let's just start driving and you can check out the quality again. VAVA always packs a bunch of great tech into their cams, and the 2K Dual is the latest model that follows that trend. You get 2K front recording, so that's 2560 by 1600 at 30 frames a second. The interior of your car, the cabin, is 1080p recording, so that's 1920 by 1080, also at 30 frames a second. But you do have 4 infrared LEDs to ensure that even at night you'll be able to see who's coming into your car and what type of activities are going on. Built-in GPS is a must, and I've said that in every single dash cam that I've reviewed. Every cam should have GPS just for safety reasons, just for reasons beyond what I can think of right now. And if you can think of a great reason to have GPS, let me know down in the comments below. Every dash cam also has a parking mode, but VAVA does it right by including a 320 milliamp hour battery. Turn off your ignition and go wherever you need to go. The camera is still going to be able to record if there's some activity going on. Again, GPS and a built-in battery is a must for just about every single dash cam. VAVA does it right, they know what they're doing, and a high-end dash cam should have Wi-Fi, which the 2K Dual does. Works on iOS, works on Android, and then you also get a 2-inch LCD screen, which is really going to help you see what's going on in the back as you're driving. Now it's using the latest Sony IMX335 for the front and the IMX307 for the rear, so we're going to get some really great quality. We're going to get some awesome night shots, and I will show you some samples as we continue going on. This is everything that we get in the box. I'm going to plug it in, we're going to set it up together. But the first thing that I noticed when I took the 2K Dual out of the box is just how well built it is. They do a really great job at building some high quality dash cams, and it definitely shows. So if you want a dash cam that's going to last a while, if you want a dash cam that's going to really be a quality product, VAVA know how to do it. And I also like that they include this snapshot button. I know we've all been there, we've all been driving along the highway and we see something super funny or just something that's bizarre. We get our camera, we take out our phone just to realize we passed it, or we have to slow down to really get that great shot, and it never quite comes out perfectly. Well, thanks to the snapshot button, all you have to do is keep this handy near you, press on it, and it's going to take a little snapshot of whatever's in front of you. And I think that's something pretty cool, and this is something that I've actually used on many road trips, so I do like a snapshot button. We also get plenty of length for their USB cable. This is something you can hide, and they do give you a little tool here, so if you do want to hide this in maybe your pillar, you can go ahead and make a nice installation for yourself and hide these wires. But I usually recommend that you guys pick up the hardwire kit. It just means that you can plug it in, you can connect it to a fuse. It's really simple. I've done it. It only takes about 5 to 10 minutes. It's not a long installation at all. And once you do that, you don't have to worry about much anymore. Just go ahead and plug in your dash cam and you're good to go. Another thing that I like about VAVA, again, attention to detail, just a high quality product. They know that you don't want to take up your single cigarette lighter for a camera if you don't get the hardwire kit, so they provide us with a dual USB charging cigarette lighter adapter, and I think that's something really cool of them. And we also get some 3M adhesives here, so if we want to hide any of these cables, if we want to attach maybe this little snapshot button to the steering wheel or anywhere on our dashboard, we can go ahead and do that. Lastly, before we go ahead and just check out the settings and check out the quality of the dash cam going for a drive together, I just want to show you, this is one of the things that I really liked on the original VAVA that I reviewed. I think they do an excellent job with their mounting system. They do a very good job with this mount. It's a swivel mount, so no matter which way you want to record, you can go ahead and do that. If you want that 2K front camera to be in the cabin, just go ahead and switch it. And then if you want to record 1080 in the front, you can switch those cameras around. This has never fallen off, even over the most bumpiest terrain. It's a very strong magnet, even on the biggest pothole here in New York City. This mount has never fallen off. It's never failed me, so I give them a lot of credit for that. To set up the camera, I usually like just using the app. It's just a lot simpler. So go to your favorite app store, whether it's on iOS or Android, download the VAVA Dash application, and let's just go through the setup process together. And they have a new design for their app. And what I like about this app too is that the camera does have built-in Wi-Fi. That's also a huge plus for me. I don't want to take out my SD card to transfer footage. You can do it wirelessly from the camera to your device, and that's something super cool. So let's just go ahead and select connect to dashcam. Let's set the Wi-Fi. Once you connect to the SSID of your dashcam, you're going to be able to see a lot of things on the application. You can see a lot of things and change a lot of things from the app itself. Again, making it super easy, meaning once you install the camera, you really don't have to take it out. You can do things like take a quick snapshot. You can also do things like trigger an event recording. Just means that something's going on and you want to make sure that it is recording and saved. So let's just finish saving that and then show you the next option, which is your map. Now I'm not going to show you this right now just because I'm indoors and the GPS module is not going to be able to get a lock on my location. Now some of the things we can do, I'm currently connected. You can see I have a live feed of what's going on. So that's something really cool for a lot of you rideshare drivers. You do always have a tablet or a phone connected, so you can always have your feed on your phone if you want to look at that instead of, again, the small screen on the actual camera. You can go ahead and see everything that's stored on your SD card right on your device as well. So right here, I took some snapshots. You can see a little snapshot right here. And give it a second to load. I just took a snapshot of my desk. You can also click on that download button and it's going to store it on your device as well. Here's your loop recording. So basically, this is everything that I've recorded as I've been testing this dash cam. And if you had any emergency recordings, again, I took some steep turns, I took some steep roads, and it automatically started recording. Take a look at the settings options. You can change just about everything from your phone and it's going to transfer automatically over to your dash cam. So if you want to give your cam a friendly name versus this C0847, let's just call it Jabber. You can give your dash cam a nice friendly name. Again, useful if you have a bunch of different dash cams. Maybe you have a bunch of cars, maybe you have a fleet. You can change the Wi-Fi name if you want to do that. Again, change the password. Now this is something a lot of us need to do. Change the loop recording time, and you can change it from 1 minute all the way to 3. I usually like to leave mine at 3. I don't like those short little videos. You can change the resolution here if you want to. So taking a look at it, you can drop it down if you need to. If you have a smaller SD card or whatever the case may be, you can take it off 2K and make both cameras 1080, but I don't really suggest that you guys do that. You want the highest quality possible. The next option that we have is G-sensor sensitivity. What this means is basically if you take a sharp turn or you go up a steep hill, the camera might think you're in a rollover type of situation and start recording. The next option that we have is parking mode, and I really like how VAVA does it because, well, we have a built-in battery in this camera, meaning that we can record for about 24 hours without having any type of power source connected, and I definitely like this. Huge plus to VAVA for giving us a built-in battery. You can record sound. You can disable the LED indicator if you want to. So let me enable that. You can see it just turned on right there. Very useful again for rideshare drivers. If you drive a lot at night, even though this light is very low, it still can be a little bit of an annoyance. You can change the watermark so you can have your logo and time. You can have your logo, time, and speed. If you're a speed demon, maybe you don't want to show that speed in your Rari. It's just something that you can turn off if you don't want it. Next, you can enable or disable that cabin camera. So if you do buy this dash cam, but you don't need to record the inside all the time, you can disable it on the fly again, thanks to this app. Here's your IR LEDs, turn those on or off. And here's your GPS again. If you don't want to save your location data, if you don't want to be logged, if you don't want to be tracked where you're going, just go ahead and turn that off and it's not going to save your GPS info. Next option that we have that I haven't seen on a lot of dash cams is called driver fatigue. Again, perfect for the rideshare drivers. The next thing you have here is your screensaver. So you can have the screen turn off after this certain amount of time. You can have the screen stay on all the time if you want to, or you can have it turn off from 1 to 5 minutes. Auto off, again, the same thing, 1 to 5 minutes. If nothing's going on, if nothing's recording and nothing's happening, it's going to shut down, saving that 320 milliamp hour battery. Here's your language. These are language options available. You can change all those settings from the camera itself, so no worries if you don't want to connect your device to it, or if you just want to change some settings while you're in the car. You can go ahead and change all of those settings directly from the camera itself. With the VAVA dashcam, you get this really cool travel log, and I actually like it because if you go for a long road trip, if you're road tripping this summer, you can kind of see where you've been, you can see everything that happened along your way. Just clicking on one of my drives, you get this nice map of exactly where you've been. You can share your travel log with someone, so if you did go for a drive with someone, you can kind of share this with them. And I quite like that. I just like the ability to see where I've been, and I also like the ability to see what actually was recorded along my way. So going into your travel log album, you can see every single video recording along that trip, and I think that's just something super awesome. if you travel to Nashville, if you did a pretty cool road trip and something happened along the way, you can always go back and save that footage. You can also see if there were any emergencies along your way as well. So I definitely like this feature. I think more and more dash cams should kind of have this interactive feature. It just makes driving a little bit more fun. It makes sharing your drive more fun as well. So thumbs up to VAVA for giving us this pretty cool travel log. You can also add a description if you want to keep a journal. So if you drive a lot or whatever the case is, you can go ahead and create kind of like a journal of what's been going on along that drive. So again, something a little bit more interactive, something to make driving a little bit more fun. Of course, if there's an update, this will get pushed to the camera right away thanks to Wi-Fi and thanks to having an actual app. So let's just go ahead, take a little drive, and see what this quality is all about.